Why can't I stop thinking about my ex even though I'm happy? I'm engaged to an amazing man and truly love the life we're building together. Yet every so often, a memory of my ex sneaks into my mind. It's nothing serious, maybe just a kiss we once shared or a random moment from our past, but it always leaves me feeling unsettled and even a little guilty. I don't want to be with my ex, not even a little. But part of me wonders if I never fully processed that chapter of my life before moving on, or if this is just how memory works when someone once mattered deeply. It almost feels like emotional cheating, even though I know it isn't. Is it normal for the past to visit like this, even when you're genuinely happy in the present? And how can I let go of the guilt when I know I'm exactly where I want to be? Tired of waiting on my slow-moving boyfriend. I, 25F, have been with my boyfriend, 26M, for almost 2 years, and while I love him deeply, one recurring issue is wearing me down. He moves painfully slow whenever we have to leave or get somewhere on time, which often makes us late even for important things. I've brought it up countless times, but he always says, "This is just how I am." At first, I try to be patient, but after years of repeating the same frustration, it's draining me. Our most recent fight about it turned so heated that I ended up walking out, feeling completely exhausted and unheard. It feels like no matter how much I explain, nothing changes. Now I'm questioning if this relationship is sustainable. I love him and he's my safe space, but I don't know if I can keep living with the same problem forever. Should I keep holding on or accept that love might not be enough? The only red flag in an otherwise perfect relationship. My boyfriend, 23M, and I, 21F, have had a truly fairy tale relationship from our first date that lasted 25 hours to now, when both our families know and accept us. We're dating with marriage in mind, and honestly, things between us are beautiful most of the time. The only issue is that he thinks I'm lazy. I struggle with mental health, and that makes daily things like skincare, walks, or even going up the stairs exhausting sometimes. I do the basics to stay clean, but I often don't have energy for more. He insists those routines would help me, and when I don't follow them, he gets angry or ignores me. This is literally the only thing we argue about. I want to explain to him how mental health affects my energy without making him feel dismissed. How can I get him to understand this better? When friendship feels overwhelming, asking for space kindly. I, 28F, recently moved into my own apartment after leaving a difficult situation, and my best friend, 29F, has been really supportive. I appreciate her care and love, but lately her presence has started to feel overwhelming. She often stays over during the week and shows up with little or no notice, which leaves me drained. Sometimes she even books activities without asking if I'm free, or calls me when she's already at my door. I've tried hinting that I need more space, but she doesn't seem to pick up on it. When I say no, she insists or explains she's going through something herself, which makes me feel guilty. I don't want to seem ungrateful or harsh, but I really need to set some healthy boundaries. How can I communicate my need for space in a kind way without hurting her feelings? Stuck in a passionless comfort zone with my boyfriend. Our sex life feels flat, like we're repeating the same script over and over. I want intimacy that feels exciting, meaningful, and free, but instead we play it safe, afraid to step outside the comfort zone. It leaves me wondering if we'll ever unlock real passion. Part of the problem is history. I struggled with painful sex before, and even though I'm better now, the fear never fully left. He's cautious too, scared of pushing me or doing something wrong. The result? We barely have sex, maybe once a month, and it feels like we're stuck in pause mode. Outside the bedroom, we're amazing together, we laugh, we connect, we rarely fight. But when it comes to intimacy, I feel like something huge is missing. How do we break free from fear and finally bring back the spark? She wants an open relationship for a fetish, but I don't. We've been together for over 5 years, built a whole life together, and I truly love her, but now she says she needs an open relationship to explore her tickling fetish online. She's been talking to guys on Discord behind my back and even selling feet pics, and while she insists our sex life is great, she claims she needs this too. I don't want an open relationship. It breaks me to know she's sharing intimate parts of herself with strangers. I agreed to try because I love her, but deep down I know I might never be okay with this. I want to stay together and rebuild what we have, but not at the cost of losing my boundaries. How do I make it clear that I can't accept this and still keep her, or prepare myself to let go if she chooses that life over us? She says she wants to apologize, but I haven't heard a word. After a fight over money for a group trip, my friend twisted the story, dragged our private argument into the group chat, and then vanished. Everyone says she knows she was wrong and wants to talk, but weeks have passed and I've heard nothing. It's exhausting always being the bigger person when she keeps playing the victim. Now I can't shake the feeling she's spinning a narrative behind my back to make me look like the villain. I'm tired of being manipulated. All I want is a real apology, not rumors of one. And the longer she stays silent, the harder it becomes to forgive her. After 10 years of friendship, this silence hurts more than the fight itself. My ex came back, but I don't feel the same. We were together for 3 years and had a deep history, but he hurt me cheating, lying, even hitting me, and I finally walked away. In the year since, I've healed, grown, and fallen out of love. Then out of nowhere, he texted me asking for another chance, and I said yes. At first, it felt nostalgic, like nothing had changed. But when we went out again, his touch felt wrong. I wasn't excited, I was annoyed, even disgusted. The memories of how he treated me are still there, and I can't shake the feeling that I've outgrown him. Now I'm questioning everything. Has he really changed, or am I just slipping back into old patterns? Maybe it's time to let go for good. My boyfriend's kink makes me uncomfortable. Am I enough for him? I, 20F, have been with my boyfriend, 20M, for 2 years, and he has a kink for feederism and bloating. I've told him I'm not into it, but it keeps showing up in daily life. Even when I just say I'm full after dinner, he takes it sexually. It makes me feel really uncomfortable and like I'm being sexualized for something I hate. We tried water bloating once, and I felt disgusted. Still, he brings it up at least once a month, and I feel like he secretly wants me to get bigger. When I refuse, he gets sad and says I'm not meeting his needs. It's hard not to feel like I'm failing him as a partner. I really do care about him, but I don't know how to tell him that this feels like sexual coercion. I don't see it as breakup worthy, but I'm scared this issue will keep growing. Is my girlfriend falling out of love with me? Lately, things just don't feel the same between us. Her texts are distant, she rarely wants to hang out, and she brushes off every attempt I make to talk about what's bothering me. Even when I open up about my feelings, she acts cold, like I'm the problem for noticing how much she's changed. She now follows guys she once said meant nothing to her, and a known flirt's been messaging her while she ignores my concerns. I miss the days when we were inseparable, when us was her priority. Now, it feels like I'm the only one fighting for what we had. Has she already checked out of this relationship, or am I just refusing to see the truth? I don't know if there's still something worth saving here. Is my boyfriend hiding a serious addiction behind closed doors? I've, 31F, been dating a guy, 34M, for 6 months. We've known each other since our teens, and while he's fun and spontaneous, his drinking is becoming a real issue. He often lies about it, gets aggressive, and even his family has raised concerns. Recently, I found a suspicious pipe in my car after he borrowed it. He snatched it away, dumped it, and got defensive when I questioned him. Later, when I tried to gently offer support if he's struggling, he exploded and called it disrespectful to even suggest. I'm torn between helping him and protecting myself. Am I already in dangerous waters, and is it time to walk away before things get worse? I grabbed a stranger's arm. Now he's my husband. After a painful breakup and 14 years in the same relationship, I was sure love wasn't in the cards for me again. I moved cities, started over completely, and promised myself I wouldn't date for a long time. Apps? Forget it. I didn't even believe anyone would find me attractive anymore. But one random night out changed everything. I was tipsy, saw a cute guy ordering an Uber, and boldly grabbed his arm. "Why aren't you dancing?" We ended up talking for hours, kissing outside, and having a spontaneous 4:30 a.m. date on the 49th floor of a skyscraper. That magical night was 1.5 years ago, and next week, that stranger will be my husband. Life truly surprises you when you least expect it, so never lose hope. I found my boyfriend's Reddit, and now I can't unsee it. I was casually scrolling through Reddit when I stumbled across my boyfriend's account, something I didn't even know existed. At first, everything seemed harmless, just random posts and old conversations. But then I saw some replies from 2 weeks ago that completely shocked me. He had commented on posts about fantasizing with animals, even replying to someone who mentioned bowls with a flirty tone. On top of that, he'd interacted with a roleplay thread about the same topic, confirming his age. He's never shown any sign of this side of him with me, and now I feel deeply unsettled and confused. I really like him, but this discovery has left me questioning everything. Should I confront him and risk ruining the relationship, or stay silent and keep an eye on his activity to see if it continues? I genuinely don't know how to handle this. He won't love me until we stop fighting. I, 29F, have been dating my boyfriend, 30M, for almost 10 months. We had a rough patch recently where we argued nearly every week, and while I see conflict as normal if handled well, he views it as a red flag or a sign the relationship is failing. For me, resolution matters more than avoiding every disagreement. I love him and want to work on bickering less, but he told me he hasn't grown to love me because of the fights. Whenever I express my feelings, he shuts down and says things like, "I can't do anything right." It leaves me feeling like I can't share openly without him pulling away further. Now I feel pressured to be the perfect girlfriend who never gets upset. I don't know if I should stay and hope he changes his outlook or leave, because I fear he'll never love me if I'm not flawless. He proposed, but only to stop me from studying abroad. I, 30F, just got engaged to my boyfriend, 30M, but there's a huge catch. I earned a scholarship abroad next year that could change my career, and he doesn't want me to go. He says marriage and kids should come first, and that studying is unnecessary and dangerous. I've explained we could still make it work with visits, holidays, and cheap flights, but he insists I should stay in my current miserable job with insane hours, marry him, and become a mom. The thing is, he already studied abroad and lived his life, but he wants me to give up mine. I feel trapped between my future and his expectations. Am I overreacting for not wanting to sacrifice my dream and independence for marriage right now? Or is this a giant red flag that I can't ignore? He left before the birth. Now he wants to be a dad. I had my son 8 months ago, and his father, my ex, was nowhere to be found. He ignored my pregnancy, gave no support, and was already dating someone else. I raised our baby alone, and now suddenly, he wants to be involved, offering money and asking to see him a couple of times a week. Part of me thinks my son deserves a chance to know his father, but another part is terrified of the damage inconsistency could cause. What if he disappears again? What if, years from now, my child sides with him and sees me as the bad guy? It's a fear I can't shake. Now I'm stuck. Do I open the door for him to be a dad, or protect my son from someone who chose to walk away when we needed him most? He gets upset when I fall asleep during our calls. I, 27F, have been with my boyfriend, 27M, for 2 years, officially together for 1. He's everything I could hope for: kind, patient, funny, and committed. Our relationship is amazing, and I truly love him with all my heart. Sometimes it feels almost too good to be true. The problem is my job requires me to wake up at 5 a.m., so by the time we talk at night, I'm already exhausted. He has a more flexible schedule, and while we usually only see each other on weekends, he values our nightly calls a lot. Lately, I've been dozing off earlier, and it frustrates him. He feels like we barely talk anymore, but I'm just drained. I don't know how to balance my need for rest with his desire for connection. Girlfriend says she's sex-deprived, but we already do it often. I'm 44M with my 38F girlfriend, together for 5 months. She told me she feels sex-deprived, which shocked me because we usually have sex about 3 times a week. To me, that's a normal amount, but her drive seems way higher than anyone I've dated before. The issue is, I'm a single dad with full custody and lots of responsibilities, while she has way more free time. I do my best to prioritize her, but I just don't have unlimited energy. She thinks other couples do it more, but I don't agree. I love spending time together, even outside the bedroom, but she insists we need more sex. I'm starting to feel drained, and I don't know how to make her feel satisfied without burning myself out. Do I have to choose between love and my dog? I, 31F, adore my 4-year-old dog and see him as part of my family. When I moved in with my partner, 32M, after dating for almost 2 years, things got complicated. My dog is sweet, but has health issues, and for some reason, he's scared of my partner. He won't cuddle with him or seek him out, which really frustrates my boyfriend. Whenever accidents happen, like my dog having an accident on the carpet, my partner gets angry, and we end up fighting. He says he can't connect with my dog and feels rejected by him. I feel torn because I love my boyfriend, but my dog has been with me through so much, and I can't imagine giving him up. Now I'm stuck wondering if I really have to choose between them. Is there a way to help them bond, or is this incompatibility too big to ignore? 5 years without love, and I'm slowly breaking inside. I never thought trying to save my marriage would destroy me this much. What started as a rough patch after our second child turned into years of silence, resentment, and living with someone who barely looks at me. I still love her deeply, but that love feels more like a curse now. She cheated, stopped trying, and built walls I can't break down, while I keep fighting for a spark that died long ago. The house is a mess, our lives feel stuck, and every "I love you" I don't hear cuts deeper. I thought time would heal us, but it's only made the distance grow. I would forgive everything, even the betrayal, if she'd just open her heart again. But 5 years without love has left me suffocating, and I don't know how much longer I can hold on. 3 years no contact, but my mom still shows up at my door. I, 34M, cut ties with my mother, 67F, 3 years ago, but she still shows up uninvited. She rings my bell nonstop, pounds on the door, tries to force the lock, and even sneaks around back. Once, I tried talking to her, but she grabbed me and called me mentally ill for not wanting contact. Since then, it's been a cycle of harassment, insults, taunts, or leaving food and random stuff at my door. I know explaining myself is useless, but her behavior is draining me. I don't want to confront her anymore. I just want her to stop. I live in Canada. If I film her ringing, banging, or trying to break in, would the police actually help? Or will they just laugh me off? I don't know what steps I can realistically take at this point.